Hello guys, welcome to a new video. So you might have seen this image last time, but what about Tramp, you know, Copper, two Disney dogs that, well, I don't think we've seen those breeds in Bluey yet. I may be mistaken, I don't watch Bluey. Please tell me in the comments below if I'm wrong. Starting off, I'm gonna put these into Bluey style, okay? It's a very simple style. Well, it looks it. It turns out it isn't that simple. And this is just my sort of very, very rough sketch. It's not going to look perfect because this is not referenced, okay? I do think you should reference your sketches, but I also think that getting in a rough sketch, first of all, is probably your best bet because at least then you kind of know what you're looking for and what you did wrong when you look at the references. So, yeah, this is meant to be Tramp. This is 100% not Tramp. I honestly, guys, going back in hindsight, I would 100% actually look at the character before doing the sketch. 'Cause I completely forgot what Tramp looked like. I completely forgot. I knew he had those little fluffy bits on his muzzle, and that's about all I knew. So then I realised I made the characters too fat and too wide. Which, as I said, this is not referenced. This is not the part where you reference. Copper, I knew I wanted to try and make him a puppy, or at least look like a puppy, which in Bluey is just based on size, really. Size and lack of grey markings. So yeah, again, it's a sort of oblong, rectangle, rounded corners shape. Um, so I tried to make Copper a little bit thinner. I could not for the life of me figure out how a blue character looks when they're like face on. He looks like the angriest old man. I don't know what I did. But anyway, I got down this really rough sketch. And then I decided to actually look at the characters from Bluey. Realized here Copper's face was way too far down. So look at the characters from Bluey. I came up with these. And you look in there, the fuzzy bits and Copper's ears. Alright, you've got to get those bits right. With Bluey, you can tell that there I'm using Bluey herself as a reference. And I'm using a bit of like Grandpa Mort, Tramp, because of the fuzziness. And one thing I did notice is that the Bluey characters have very soft lines. They don't have sharp edges. Everything is very much round, and they're a lot thinner than I thought they were. Um, so yeah, this is the part where you reference. This is refining the sketch. This is looking at sort of what you did, and then thinking that looks terrible, and then refining it so that you've got this much easier, better, actually looking kind of like the character version. You can see there I put in those fuzzy eyebrows. Again, I can't believe I forgot those in the original sketch. How did I forget eyebrows? Anyway, the lines were a lot rounder, the characters were a lot thinner, and it looks a lot better. As a Tramp as if he was in Bluey. This looks a bit better. I did put the eye marks, the eye masks back on, and I did give him a little bit of fluff around the edges of his face, like you see on Bandit when he's younger. And the reason I kept the eye masks, even though they're not something that the Bluey characters have, is because I still wanted these to be recognizable as who they were meant to be. And that meant that obviously, you know, they gotta have some kind of Disney thing to them. So, yeah, Tramp, nice and easy. Kinda easy. you'll see now when I come to copper. Yeah, this one was a lot harder. Again, I knew that I needed to make it thinner, so I started with that as a base. And I turned him around a little bit. So, I mean, how do you draw a bloodhound in Bluey style? The wrinkles don't look right at all. They look terrible. I I just couldn't figure it out at all. Like, Hopper needs his wrinkles, right? He's a bloodhound, or bloodhound, coonhound mix. He needs those wrinkles. I also managed to make it so that you couldn't see the markings on his back because I had him facing slightly more front ways. Slightly. And again, this is what they look like, right? This is what I did. Color wise, I just copied. And I copied line art, the line art's colored, copied how that was, I copied how the colors were from the actual clip art. And you can see with Copper, I didn't give him wrinkles, give him lumps on the head instead. I don't know. What do you guys think? Tell me in the comments below, okay? So, did the shading. It's not exactly cell shaded, but it works. Comments below, tell me what you guys think. And I'm gonna link the video where I turn Bluey and her family into Disney dogs somewhere on the screen. And I will see you soon for a Pokemon Day video. Bye now.